Dear friends, welcome to the channel The Eastern Front. In 1943, after a radical turning point during the Great Patriotic War, the leaders of the USSR decided to establish the highest military order for particularly distinguished commanders. So, on 8 November 1943, the Praesidium of the Supreme Soviet of the USSR established the Order of Victory. Initially, it was planned to call this order for loyalty to the motherland. Stalin didn't approve the first sketch, and the war continued. Among the many variants of the Order of Victory submitted to the competition, preference was given to the sketch of the artist Kuznetsov, who was also the author of the Order of the Patriotic War. Initially, Kuznetsov planned to place the profile bas-reliefs of Lenin and Stalin in the center of the order. Then the option of placing the order of the state emblem of the USSR in the center was considered. In the final version, it was decided to place in the center the Spasskaya Tower of the Kremlin. Platinum, gold, diamonds and rubies were used to make the order. The production of orders was entrusted to the masters of the Moscow jewelry and watch factory. Each order required 180 diamonds, 50 rose-cut diamonds and 300 grams of platinum. In the process of making the order, the masters were faced with the fact that natural rubies had different shades of red, which meant the orders would not be identical. Then it was decided to use artificial rubies from which the required number of work pieces of the same color were cut. Today the estimated cost of such an order is about 320 till 750 millions in dollars. There were 17 people who were awarded this order. The first award ceremony took place on 10 April 1944. The Order of Victory No. 1 was awarded to the commander of the First Ukrainian Front, Marshal of the Soviet Union, Georgy Zhukov. On the same day, the Order of Victory No. 2 was awarded to the Chief of the General Staff, Marshal of the Soviet Union, to Alexander Vasilevsky. On 29 June 1944, the Supreme Commander, Marshal of the Soviet Union, Joseph Vissarionovich Stalin, was awarded the Order of Victory No. 3 for exceptional merits in organizing and conducting offensive operation of the Soviet Army that led to the largest defeat of the German army and a radical change in the situation on the front. At the same time, Marshal of the Soviet Union, Joseph Stalin, was awarded the Order of the Red Banner for his long service in the Soviet Army. And in 1945, Zhukov, Vasilevsky and Stalin were awarded the Order of Victory for the second time. For all the time, Joseph Stalin was awarded 27 orders and medals. But no matter how hard the artist tried to depict him with a full set of orders and medals in his life, he wore only one medal, the Gold Star of Socialist Labor. He didn't make an exception even for the important and significant Order of Victory. After the end of the war, it was decided to award the Order of Victory to the commanders of the Allied forces by decree of 5 June 1945 for outstanding success in conducting large-scale combat operations, as a result of which the victory of the United Nations over the Nazi Germany was achieved, were awarded to U.S. Army General Dwight Eisenhower, Field Marshal Sir Bernard Law Montgomery. On 23 August 1944, King Mihai I of Romania arrested members of the Romanian government who collaborated with the Nazi Germany. For this act, Mihai was awarded the Order of Victory on 6 July 1945, with the wording for the courageous act of the decisive turn of Romania's policy towards a break with Hitler's Germany and an alliance with the United Nations. At a time when the defeat of Germany was not yet clearly determined, Marshal of Poland Mikhail Role-Zimersky was awarded the order on 9 August 1945 for outstanding service in the organization of the Polish armed forces and for the successful conduct of combat operations of the Polish army in decisive battles against the common enemy, Nazi Germany. The last foreign knight of the Order of Victory, was on 9 September 1945, Marshal of Yugoslavia, Josip Broz Tito. Dear friends, that's all for today. In the end, I want to read memoirs of Marshal of the Soviet Union, Alexander Vasilevsky, because it's very symbolic with nowadays events. In his book The Walk of All Life, wrote about the awarding of the order as follows. 10 April 1944, on that day when Odessa celebrated the freedom of the German-Romanian fascists, it's doubly memorable to me. On this day it became known to me that I was awarded the highest military order of victory. I received this order for number 2 and number 1 stood on the one awarded to Georgy Konstantinovich Zhukov. The award warden read for the skillful fulfillment of the task of the Supreme High Command to lead large-scale combat operations, as a result of which outstanding success were achieved in the defeating the Nazi invaders. The first to congratulate me on the phone, even before the publication of the decree of the Praesidium of the Supreme Soviet of the USSR, was Stalin. He said that I was being awarded not only for the liberation of Donbass and Ukraine, but also for the upcoming liberation of Crimea, to which I should now turn my attention, not forgetting at the same time about the Third Ukrainian Front. If you are interested in other military orders, write in the comments. I will make a video or shorts. It was Tim and the Eastern Front channel. I wish you peace and health. See you.